So glad you are still with us here on Colorado and Company. You know, for authors, some stories take years to really come together. Like you right now may have a story in your mind that could be next year's bestseller. We're really hoping that dream comes true for our next guest. DC Burton is a writer who has been building his fantasy series, Prophecy of the Storm, since he was just a little kid. And the first book in the series is out for all of us to enjoy. Welcome, DC. How are you doing?
Doing all right. Thank you very much for having me.
It is so great to have you here. And full disclosure, so DC was a security guard here at 9 News for a few years.
That's correct.
But you had a dream that you were building for several years.
Yes.
Kind of tell us about that dream, how it started, and he brought his notebooks, like his original notebooks here, where that all started.
Yeah, so I was a 12-year-old boy with a huge imagination, stories bouncing around in my head. And I just was like, I'm gonna sit down and write one of these, and that's what this spiral is here. I continued the story once I was in the Navy. Life happened, didn't finish it, and in 2021 I moved to Colorado, and I was like, I'm gonna finish it. I owe it to this 12-year-old boy who
Wow.
started with this dream to be a published author, and published it in July, and I got teary-eyed whenever I held it for the first time, smelled it, had my own name on it. And now here we are.
So you're telling me that is the original notebook?
This is the original, this is the original spiral. I had 5 of them growing up, but I lost all of them but the first one when my family moved. But that is the spiral that I first started writing the book in whenever I was 12 years old.
Like an ancient artifact, right?
Exactly,
You're keeping
that's
it
right.
forever. So why fantasy?
So in middle school, around 6th grade, I was going to Hughes Middle School in Burleson, Texas, and they had a massive, wonderful library with a bunch of really spectacular fantasy books in them. The Xanth series by Piers Anthony, the Legend of Drizzt by R.A. Salvatore, obviously Harry Potter.
Classics.
All the good stuff.
Yep.
And I just delved into those. I consumed books like nobody's business at that age. And then that obviously segued into like Dungeons and Dragons whenever I was in high school. So it just has always called to me since a young age.
I want to hear about the book. So there's a lot of intricate detail, a good storyline, but kind of give us the premise of what it's all about.
So it follows a thief named Orion Henry and his trusty canine companion named Gunther. They are chosen by a deity, and Orion is given these otherworldly elemental powers, and they are thrust into a celestial battle for dominion over the realm of Heliomark. Coupled with his companion Gunther, he cuts a path towards redemption and vengeance.
I'm hooked. I mean, Gunther and Orion, those are such like strong names. And the way that you just describing them, I mean, you can tell you're an author. You're so great with words and describing this. Kind of tell us what you learned about yourself, this journey of publishing a book and writing a book.
Yeah, absolutely. The biggest thing that I think that a lot of authors, first-time authors deal with is doubting themselves. I think that's what kind of took me so long is like, oh, even if I do write it, will it do well? But at the end of the day, it's one of those things to where I owed it to that kid, and I owed it to my younger self to write it. So he started with the confidence to be able to say, I'm going to be an author one day, and as an adult, I needed to have that same confidence. So I learned how to have confidence in myself.
And that's your advice, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Kids out there listening saying, hey, I want to be like DC.
Absolutely. I mean, 0.1% of the entire world publishes a book, which is 8 million people. It's a lot of people. But if you look at it on the other side of that, that's 7,992,000,000 people who never write a book. Even if it's 50, 100, or 1,000 words a day, just keep your nose in your work in progress and write as much as you can.
And save your notebooks. Put them under lock and key. Don't let any parents throw them away, because you never know when those are going to come to life.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more.
How cool is that? So is there a character in the book that you think most of us are going to gravitate towards?
To me, I think it's Gunther for sure.
Yeah.
It's just going to be that companion. Everybody, anybody who has a dog, they just can't stop talking about their dog, can't stop showing you pictures about their dog. And, he is an elven great wolf, so he's hyper intelligent, has emotional intelligence, knows what his master feels most times before his master feels it, and knows what's best for him before Orion can even agree or think that that's what's best for him. He's also the comedic relief, so.
This is only book 1 too, right? So now we're hooked, but there's more to come.
Yes, absolutely.
What's kind of the big takeaways from book 1?
So the big takeaway from book 1 to me is that it doesn't matter where you come from, what creed you have, what your socioeconomic status is, around the corner there's always something great for you to be.
Thank you so much for coming in and sharing this book with us. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And for everyone out there, right, you can build that dream. Save the notebook, though.
That's right.
You're awesome, DC. Thanks for coming in.
Thank
All
you so
right,
much.
check out the book, Prophecy of the Storm series by DC Burden. It's available right now on Amazon.com.